Alright, man, peace. So, brother, this is going to be the latest entry into the series Never Fight Over a Woman. And this is going to be the law enforcement edition. And let me say this, brothers, because there are a lot of components, a lot of dynamics to this very short segment that I believe are pertinent to the relationship structure that a lot of so-called black men and men of other races, but my channel is geared toward the so-called black man, so I'll focus on him because, to be quite frank with you, we have the lowest esteem within our race of any man within any other race. So that's why it's very important in my view that I create that distinction between the things that the so-called black man has to endure as opposed to the other races of men. But just to get back to the point, brothers, please pay very close attention to the relationships that the woman that you consider your significant other has outside of you, because she has to understand the respect factor must be heightened in her relationship with you as opposed to her relations with other people. You also have to understand that you have to respect yourself to a high enough degree to demand respect from other people, starting with your so-called significant other, your woman, your wife, quote-unquote girlfriend, etc. Because people are only going to respect you to the degree that you demand that respect. I say all that to say this. When your woman comes to you and tells you that she's going out to celebrate with her friends, or she's going to the bar with her colleagues, or she decided that she's going to join a gym and she has a gym instructor or a trainer who's going to help her get in shape, always grasp that there are the potentialities that may occur in which she may develop a growing rapport or relationship with a man in these different venues or these different environments, whether it be a colleague at work, someone who goes to the same school as her in her classroom, her so-called gym instructor, anyone, because the woman is constantly looking for new forms of entertainment and new forms of attention. That's the point of her claiming that she can have male friends. That's just a way for her to have other forms of attention from other people in her life who happen to be men, so that she can feel like she's attractive or someone who deserves to be, once again, the center of attention. That's all the woman is about for the most part, is attention and self-glorification. And that can lead to problems and confusion in your life if you allow shit to go unchecked. Because the woman, once again, is like a child, and they will keep taking things further and further until you nip it in the bud. So, of course, they're going to talk about it. I'm going to chime in.
NYPD sergeant is on modified duty. His gun and shield taken away after police say he shot a man at the officer's home on Long Island. Sources say 34-year-old off-duty sergeant who works in Queens came home just after midnight and found his wife with her gym instructor.
Hey, brothers, you hear that? I guess the gym instructor was helping her with some new stretches. What the hell is going on here? It's very obvious that his quote-unquote wife thought that he was going to be working some type of overnight shift or double shift, and he walked in on some stuff that he was not supposed to see. I guess he was helping her with her yoga. I don't know. Once again, brothers, when these women move past the infatuation phase, you never know what's going to happen. Because until the woman gets to be about 40 to 45 years old, she's always out there on the search for new forms of entertainment and attention. They are narcissists by nature. And I'm going to be covering this in another video, because the liberal woman is trying to abduct the term narcissist because she understands that this society is starting to spiral down the drain. And it's almost like a fugitive who can tell that the police are starting to get closer and closer. The liberal woman can sense and she can feel that she's going to start to be held accountable for her actions very soon. So she's trying to abduct terms that actually apply to her, take that term before it can be utilized appropriately on her, and do what they do best, which is try to deflect and apply that term to men. So you're starting to see more and more liberal women use that term narcissist on men. But the essential narcissist is the average woman, especially the liberal woman. And if they know that they have a simple-minded man who finally is starting to suspect that things are going on, that chicanery may be afoot right under his nose, they're always going to try to deflect by putting that man on the defensive as opposed to the offensive. That's one of the key tactics that the modern liberal female uses. And in this day and age, with the internet and with smartphones, etc., it's going to be very difficult for a man to maintain a positive long-term relationship with the woman because she has so many avenues and so many options. But once again, when the woman decides that she's going to go to this club or that lounge or join this gym, 9 times out of 10, the gym trainer is going to have a certain inroads to the woman, especially if he finds her attractive and she finds him attractive. With the way in which this society has been engineered, they try to convince men to believe that he should be okay with his woman being around other men. And even more than that, he should be okay and quote unquote open-minded enough to accept another man putting his hands on his woman, claiming to be a quote unquote gym trainer. Eventually, what's going to happen, once again, if both parties find each other attractive, what's going to happen is that the woman is going to make up enough excuses in her mind to validate why it would be okay for her to take the professional grounds of her relationship with her trainer and turn them into something that's personal, turn them into something that is based around sex. So it's just something for you to be aware of.
To say the sergeant shot the 29-year-old man after he allegedly went to his car and came back with a bat. But the man's lawyer disputes that account.
He shot him right in the chest. He followed him, accosted him, and shot him.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. The cop claims that he walked in on his wife and the quote-unquote gym trainer on the couch or in his house, in his living room, wherever he found him, and the gym trainer left and came back with a bat. That's a normal NYPD lie, but the dude was spazzing out. He's probably mad as hell, and the cop is probably sleeping with some female at the precinct. Most of these female cops, they're like females in the military. They're just there to, be little thotties for the male police officers. But there's no doubt in my mind that obviously he walked in on something that he was not supposed to be available to see. His wife most likely must have thought that he was not going to be back until sometime later that morning, or maybe even all the way into the next afternoon, because some of these cops and other city workers are working double shifts, triple shifts, and things like that. But there's never a reason to fight over a woman. If you walk in on your wife and she's with another man, that's all you need so that you can file for divorce. That's if you were silly enough to sign a contract stating that you were linked with that woman in the first place. Hopefully you have a prenuptial agreement so that you can take what's yours and she can take what's hers and she can move on with the gym guy.
From what I understand, he yelled out before he did that he was going to kill him.
I'm pretty sure he did.
The man is expected to survive. Nassau County Police are investigating the shooting.
What is there to investigate? But anyway, brothers, that's basically it on that. Once again, there's never a reason to fight over a woman. Certain things are going to happen to you in your life. You just take that as a message to move upward and onward. That's it. So peace.